Hi guys, it's Pam Gaming back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a fantasy draft in the NBA to see what would happen if there was a fantasy draft and these teams were randomly selected for the order, but I'm just going to scroll through these. So if you want to see where your favorite team is picking, you can see here. I'm just scrolling through the teams for you guys, and then as you can see, the order flips in the second round. So as you can see, in the second round, the Nets get the last pick, since in the first round they get the first, so it's 14 rounds. So I'm just going to sim the draft, and then once we're done, I'll show you each team's roster. Let's sim the draft. Alright guys, I just finished simming the draft, and for the actual NBA draft, not the fantasy draft, I just have auto-gen rookies. And we're going to go over the rosters now so you guys can see every team. So we're just going to go over rosters. I don't even know who's on the teams because I simmed the whole draft. So let's see. If Joel Embiid goes back to the 76ers, they definitely, I would say, got a lot worse. They do have a pretty good bench. Now, let's see. The Bucks, their big player, Anthony Davis, and they have Jared Allen. I'd say they got a little bit worse. But I feel like this is going to make the league a lot more even. And LaMelo Ball and the Bulls and Michael Porter Jr., that's going to be a good combo. Now you can see the rest of the team there. And then the Cavaliers got Devin Booker and Rudy Gobert. And Lonzo Ball. That should be a nice little trio there. And then marketing goes to the Cavs. Cavaliers are looking pretty nice. They get Patrick Williams. They got a lot of, I would say that could be a good team maybe. Celtics got Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, so the two Jazz stayed together just now on the Celtics. And they get Jaren Jackson, Dwight Howard, Nerlens Noel, and the rest of the team, as you can see here. Clippers, we got Kyrie, CJ McCollum, Nurkic, Thomas Bryant, Carmelo, Joe Harris. Okay, so Joe Harris and Kyrie go to the same team again. Grizzlies, we got Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker, Tyler Hero. I feel like this could be an okay team. Cameron Johnson. Hawks, we got Klay Thompson, Vucevic, Brogdon, Ingles. And then, as you can see, the rest of the team here, I'm just going to scroll through these. The Heat, we got Julius Randle, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, you got to learn how to get a jump shot if you want to be better. He might get traded this offseason, no offense, but he might, because he wouldn't even take a layup in Game 7 of the playoffs to stay alive. Like, no offense, Ben Simmons, but, like, come on, man. You got to be more confident in your shot, like, at least a layup. Like, that's what you should be good at. But here's the rest of the Heat. And for the Hornets, my favorite team, they have James Harden, they got Mikal Bridges, they have Miles Bridges in real life, but now they have Mikal Bridges, Siakam, John Wall, Steven Adams, James Wiseman, who, if he fell to number 3, I feel like the Hornets might have drafted if LaMelo went 2 instead. And then here's the rest of the players. Alright, now Utah Jazz, they have Zion, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Lowry, Mitchell Robinson, and then the rest of the players here, as you can see. Sacramento Kings got Jimmy Butler, Jamal Murray, Jonas Valanciunas, Kevin Love, excuse me, and then Malik Monk. You got some good players there. New York Knicks, you got, the Knicks fans are not going to like this. Trae Young on the Knicks. They hate Trae Young, especially based off the playoffs. Tobias Harris, Norman Powell, Derek Favors, and the rest of the team, as you can see. Lakers now lose LeBron and AD and get Bradley Beal, Drew Holiday, Jeremy Grant, Al Horford, Miles Turner, and Al Horford's on the Celtics and just got traded back. Him and some other stuff was traded to the Celtics for Kemba, so that's kind of funny. So he's on the rival of the Celtics. And then the Magic, we got Kawhi, Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, Marvin Bagley, Cody Zeller, and some more players. But definitely a lot better for the Magic than they are in real life. Mavericks get Chris Paul, John Collins, Bogdanovich, OG Anunoby. These two guys could be going to the NBA Finals, taking on Chris Paul, possibly, if they can come back against the Bucks, currently down 3-2 at the time of filming this video. Kelly Oubre, and some other players. Nets got Luka Doncic, Christian Wood, Jonathan Isaac, Enes Kanter, Marcus Smart. Definitely a big drop-off by that team there. Nuggets get Lillard, Sexton, Wendell Carter, Aaron Gordon, P.J. Washington. I feel like P.J. Washington's a little bit underrated, but I think it could be a good team. Lillard going to a team that he likes to try to beat, but sometimes can't. Pacers have Zach LaVine, DeAndre Ayton, Spencer Dinwiddie. So that's that team. Jokic goes to the Pelicans with Van Vliet, Darius Garland, Gallinari, Devontae Graham, and some more players here. Pistons get LeBron James. Oh, that'd be a lot better than they have now. And D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards. So 2 Timberwolves reuniting with LeBron James, Danny Green, or Draymond Green, excuse me, is there. Chris Boucher, and some more players. Definitely a lot better than the team is in real life, in my opinion. Toronto Raptors got Steph Curry. They have Gordon Hayward. And they have Tyrese Halliburton. That should be a good backcourt with Tyrese Halliburton and Curry. Frank Kaminsky, and some other players here. The Rockets, they have Shai Alexander, Clint Capella, Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, some other players there. Spurs have Jason Tatum, RJ Barrett, Montrezl Harrell, Mason Plumlee, Evan Fournier, and some other players here. Suns get the Darren Fox, DeMar DeRozan, Robert Williams, Dennis Schroeder, some other players here. I think the Suns would have rather had their team and their actual team that's going to the finals than that, but it's a fantasy draft. And Russell Westbrook goes back to the Thunder getting drafted here in the fantasy draft. So that's kind of funny. And then Porzingis is there as well. Harrison Barnes. They get Bay. They get Seth Curry. And some other players there. Timberwolves get Karl-Anthony Towns back. They get Sabonis, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose comes back. Quickly, Jeremy Lamb, Isaiah Thomas, and just some more players. Danny Green. Trailblazers get Giannis and Middleton, so they keep them as teammates. And Terry Rozier comes over. They get Victor Oladipo, Isaiah Stewart, rookie from the Pistons, really good. Marcus Cousins, some other players. Warriors get Paul George and John Morant. Definitely a big downgrade, I would say, from Klay Thompson and Curry, assuming that Klay Thompson's able to come back and play the same way he did before he got injured for the last 2 seasons. Miles Bridges on that team with John Morant. That should be pretty fun for them. Andrew Wiggins there, back to the Warriors. And then just some more players here, as you can see. The Wizards, Kevin Durant, Karis LeVert, DeAndre Hunter, LaMarcus Aldridge, and the rest of the team, as you can see. And that is the rosters. So thank you guys for watching that part. Now I'm going to sim to the All-Star break, and we'll see who makes the All-Star team or the All-Star draft, to see who makes it with all these rosters a little bit different because of the fantasy draft. So I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, we just simmed to the All-Star break, and these are the teams as you can see. So we have Damian Lillard as the team captain, and LeBron the team captain. Lillard never been a starter in the All-Star game, always gets robbed of being a starter, and now gets to be the captain of one of the teams. And here are the teams as you can see. So now, instead of Curry being the starter and Lillard being on the bench, the roles have reversed. Now Curry's on the bench. And then you got LeBron, KD, and then you can see all the rest of the All-Stars here. Got Jamal Murray in here. Got Trae Young, some other players as you can see. And if you want to pause the video and look at all the All-Stars, you can. And I'm going to sim to the end of the regular season. We'll see who wins all the awards like MVP, Rookie of the Year, all that stuff once we get there. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, I just finished the simulation, and the MVP goes to Jimmy Butler. 14.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, so pretty much 5. 4 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.4 blocks, shooting 49% from the field, and free throws shooting 86.6 and 31.5. So Jimmy Butler, I'm surprised that's able to win Rookie of the Year. Vernon Carey goes to the Suns to win Rookie of the Year, so not LaMelo. And Vernon Carey, who is a teammate of LaMelo in real life, averages 20 points, 8.1 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 0.7 steals, 1.5 blocks, shooting 46.9% from the field, 73.1% from the free throw line. So a pretty good year by Vernon Carey. Sixth man also goes to Vernon Carey. So I guess he was coming off the bench for the Suns. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Kawhi Leonard with 1.2 steals and 0.5 blocks. Most Improved goes to, I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but you can see a stat line right there. Coach of the Year goes to Lakers coach Frank Vogel. And then here's the other awards as you can see. And for the All-NBA first team, we have Lillard on the Nuggets. Then we got Mason Jones from the Wizards. Jimmy Butler from the Kings, the MVP. Don't know how to say that exactly, from the Pistons, and Vernon Carey from the Suns being on the first NBA first team. That's pretty surprising. They got Flynn, Doncic, Kawhi, LeBron, and Paul Gasol. Surprised Gasol's on there. And then third team, we have Hayes, Peyton, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, and I'm not exactly sure how to say that, the rookie from the Hawks in real life. But I'm surprised by these All-Stars, all NBA teams. You don't see Curry on here. You don't see Like, there's so many good players you don't see, and there's players that you normally wouldn't see on these. So I guess doing a fantasy draft would really screw up some players, and when they still might be good, just not as good as they normally are. An all-defensive team, we have Drew Holiday, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Matisse Thybulle, and Andre Drummond. Second team, we have Ben Simmons, Chris Paul, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert. Rookie first team, of course, we have Vernon Carey, the Rookie of the Year, and not exactly sure how to say that. Mason Jones, not sure how to say that, and Flynn. Second team, we have Hayes, Marshall, not sure how to say these, but they're here. LaMelo doesn't make it, surprisingly, when he won Rookie of the Year in real life. And now we're going to check out the standings for the league. We're just going to go to NBA standings here. And in the East, the Nets are the best team with the Hawks, Raptors, Celtics, Magic, Pacers, Knicks, Pistons, all making the playoffs. Bucks barely miss out. Wizards miss out. Hornets miss out. So you can see all the teams here. But overall, the records are pretty close. Like, the team that was in last in the East was only 6 games out from making the playoffs. Normally, there's a huge drop-off, but I guess because of the fantasy draft, there's not as much of a drop-off. But for the West, we have Lakers, Kings, Jazz, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Rockets, Mavericks, Pelicans making the playoffs. Thunder barely miss out, and then you can see the rest of the teams that miss out. Western Conference was definitely not as close. Like, the 8th seed in the West had 42 wins. Warriors, who are the last seed, had 29, so definitely not as close as a competition. But as you can see, these standings, like, these first 2 teams are definitely very close. And these are pretty close as well. Like, there's not just one team that's completely dominating. Like, yeah, there are teams in first who have the most wins, but they're pretty close overall, the standings, which you don't always see in real life. But we're going to go back here to the playoffs, and we're going to simulate this round by round. So we're going to start with round 1, and we're going to simulate the round and see who advances from each side into the second round of the playoffs. So it looks like that we're going to have the number 1 seed Nets take on the number 5 seed Magic, and the number 6 seed Pacers take on the number 7 seed Knicks in the second round. And then the West, we're going to have the number 1 Lakers take on the number 4 Grizzlies, and the number 6 Rockets taking on the number 7 Mavericks. So the 3 and 2 seeds in both conferences respectively getting upset, so that's pretty surprising. And we're going to simulate and see who makes it to the conference finals in each conference. So in the East, we have the number 5 seed upsetting number 1 in 5 games. The Orlando Magic, number 5, taking on number 6 Pacers. And in the West, we have the number 4 seed sweeping the number 1 seed, and in the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the number 6 Houston Rockets. And we're going to sim and see who makes it to the NBA Finals. And we would have the Orlando Magic and Houston Rockets. So in real life, these 2 teams definitely would not make the NBA Finals, and based on their last season last year, because they were both really bad, the Magic and Rockets, in this past season. They both were in contention for number 1 overall. Magic kind of got a little bit screwed on their draft pick. They got 5, but the Rockets got number 2, so they got a great draft pick. But just saying, these teams probably don't make the NBA Finals normally, but I guess with this fantasy draft, it gives them a chance, and let's see who can win the NBA Finals. So we're just going to sim 1 game at a time. First game goes to the Magic. Second game also goes to the Magic. If the Rockets lose here and go down 3-0, they're going to be in a little bit of an issue. Oh, they're down 3-0. No team in NBA playoff history ever came back down 3-0. So let's see. Can the Rockets change that? No, they get swept by the Magic in the NBA Finals. And their Finals MVP is Cole Anthony. So they end up getting him back because he was the Magic rookie in real life. So they get him back and he wins Final MVP. Those stats. See, like, it's more balanced, the stats. It's not like one guy just going crazy now with all these teams, because a lot of these teams are more fair now. It's not like the Nets where they have 3 all-star superstars on one team. Now it's more balanced out, so that's what we've seen. If there was a fantasy draft, it would be more balanced out. And thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below if you have any other video ideas and if you enjoy the NBA content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.